Hey everyone, Skylinks here, bringing you another video review. Today we're going to be doing Buffy Season 8, Comics number 17, Time of Your Life Part 2. In addition to getting that, I also found that Spike After the Fall number 2 came out, which I'm surprised at because it's supposed to come out with the new Angel After the Fall. However, I guess it was released early. Take a look at those covers. This one is the one I don't like as much, but this one's pretty pretty. Nice looking. We use this one for reference. This leaves off, it picks up where Comic 16 leaves off, with Buffy meeting Frey. However, it doesn't leave off exactly the second they meet. This actually goes back a little bit on Frey's time, and I hope this is making sense. Instead of being at the exact moment her and Buffy meet, it's probably like a few hours beforehand in Frey's time, and that's where it picks up. Her and her sister are going after some lurkers or vampires, and they're just trying to find Hearth, her brother, and they're really not being successful. Hearth is with some kind of woman, and she's referred to as the Mad Woman throughout the comics. Not much is known about her yet, or at least not until the end. And apparently she's the one bringing bringing Buffy to the future and saying that, vampires grow strong in numbers, but slayers don't, blah, blah. Willow's just, distraught and upset about what happened to Buffy, and she blames herself, so hopefully you can see all this art. Maybe, I don't know. Xander's trying to get in there and help out the slayers that were hit by the missile. Apparently most of them got out, which is good. However, maybe they said 7 of them are still trapped, and Xander can't do anything about it. The fire, which is green, is turning into lizard men, and Dawn helps them out, and she says, you gotta ride me out of here. Funny dialogue. But yeah, that's about where they leave off with the castle scene, and they don't do much with the present time. They fast forward to the future. After a rocky start, Buffy and Frey eventually become friends, and they realize they're both slayers. Buffy's asking Frey questions, how many of you are still left? She's like, 1.5, and she's like, aren't there millions of slayers? And she's like, nope, 1.5. Buffy is slowly getting a little, what happened? If there's only 1.5 slayers left, something must have went down. They go to Frey's old boss, the Fishman, there, and try to gather up some information. All he's doing is he's talking about the Mad Woman. We fast forward to the end, and Hearth is speaking to the Mad Woman, and she is revealed, and da-da-da-da, Dark Willow. Apparently Willow is still alive, evil in the future. Now, I kind of knew this was going to happen because I saw issue number 19's cover, which shows Willow strangling Buffy. I'm half happy that Dark Willow's in here. I'm half not, because Dark Willow's been done before. I was kind of hoping Willow would get her powers under control, but Dark Willow was a fun villain, so if they work with her right and they do things right, then I'm okay with it. It's kind of like with Angelus. He's been done a few times, so they actually made him work the second time also, so if they make Dark Willow work, I will be happy. Now, overall, my opinions on issue number 17. Starts off a bit confusing because you don't know where you are. You think, you're like, what's that? Yeah? They bring it back a bit on Frey's time. So you're actually an hour before Buffy and Frey meet up. So you're a little bit confused, but eventually it all comes together. Nice action scene with Buffy and Frey. It wasn't too long. It only lasted for maybe 1.5 pages, but it was nice. The story overall was, it was a little confusing at first, but you quickly, and I mean quickly, within the first 4 pages, you quickly figure out your bearings. I felt like they were focusing, they were trying to divide the story up too much between the castle scene, New York with Willow, and then the future scene. I think they should just focus on the future scene a bit, and the castle scene. You really don't need Willow's scene in there. But maybe that's setting up for her becoming Dark Willow, her doubts or whatever. Art-wise, the art is very much similar to the art in the previous issues. However, for some reason, and maybe this is just me, it just seems a little bit more cartoony-ish. However, the art is still beautiful at certain points. Buffy looks a little bit more representation of Sarah Michelle Gellar than she did in the previous 15 issues, minus issue 16. So the art's not bad. Takes a little time to get used to. And the revealing of Dark Willow for me personally wasn't a surprise. However, it may be a surprise to some of you. If you like the Time of Your Life storyline, and if you like Frey, I definitely suggest picking this up. It's an okay issue. I guess they're using it as a plot pusher, but hopefully we'll see more later on. I definitely suggest getting this cover if you have to choose, but pick them both up if you get a chance. Spike After the Fall, if you care, will be reviewed later on this week, probably on Friday, but we'll see what happens. So, with that said, this is Skylines. I'm going to say peace out for now.